Dziękuję, pani przewodnicząca.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I think that we should just maybe replay the way you think. First of all, you decided to do away with readmission, so stopping the immigrants where upon departure. Then you limited everything that was related to fight with those who trade in human beings. And then you don't focus enough on the rights of our community in relation to immigrants. And then you talk about the countries and the potential penalties, 20,000 euros per one immigrant that would not be accepted. So it's basically a love letter to those who trade in human beings because they know the money will be there and people will have to be accepted. What will be the results? They'll get richer, more people will be lost at sea, and Europe will have more problems. You will get monies from countries such as Poland in penalties, but you will end up resolving no problem at all. So more radical change in new elections is expected. Don't work for central and leftist parties. Work for traditionalists. We'll make sure that those documents are done away with.
1 minute.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're being submerged in thousands of illegal immigrants. Our people have had more than enough of this. And what's the European Union doing? Well, the exact opposite. The EU Migration Pact is going to oblige us to take even more migrants. Moreover, they're going to allow 4.5 non-European foreigners to be brought into the EU. There isn't even a mention of defending the borders against the invasion of immigrants. And this is being done deliberately, and they are deliberately replacing the European population, the colonization of Europe, the suicide of our unique civilization. Our borders must be closed. Asylum must go to a certain place because our people don't want this. They don't want more migration, they want less. This EU Migration Pact is complete madness, and that's why the people will call you to account.
De Veld has a blue card for you. Will you take it? Yeah. Go ahead. Ms. De Veld. Sophie.
Thank you, President. Regardless of the fact that your speech was full of lies and nonsense, I'd just like to hear if when you talk about replacement, are you talking about the replacement theory that was used by the Nazis, for which you've received penalties before? Is that what you mean?
Well, mevrouw Het Veld,
Well, Mr. Nuttfeldt, I didn't receive any penalties because that's an official sanction of the European Parliament. I find it very illustrative that liberals like you want MEPs to be prevented from saying what they say, because these are the words of Ms. Johansson herself. She's used that. 3.5 million non-Europeans who will be coming in, that's too few. We need to have 1 million more because the people of Europe are becoming fewer and fewer. The demography is suffering. So replacing the population by immigration is replacement. Whether you like hearing it or not, it is a perfect description of what the EU is planning.
So now hold on a second. Now you want a point of order? Okay, go ahead, Sophie.
Whether it was an official reprimand or not, Mr. van der Driessen has been told that he cannot use Nazi terminology in this chamber and that he was not allowed to do so. So I expect the presidency of this House to take the necessary steps. Thank you.
We will look at what has happened. So next, Konstantinos Arvanitis, 1 minute. No, hold on. Let's.
I must say, I do not use Nazi language.
We have had correspondence on this. I know. We have exchanged correspondence on this. Okay. Mr. Arvanitis, please.